The Spy Who Loved Me is one of the best movies ever in the James Bond series and the best one to star Roger Moore. It is the 10th movie released in the James Bond series and released in 1977. This one it was released like 3 years after The Man with the Golden Gun because the negative reception of that movie made them want to take a hiatus away from it. And when they got back, they delivered an excellent masterpiece. This is a Cold War themed movie because this it was made during the Cold War and it has like this like diplomatic theme, you might say, of a British agent Bond and a Russian agent Anya, aka Triple X, who's working for the KGB, who are sent on a mission to stop this madman with a submarine who wants to start World War III, so all the governments in the world can wipe themselves out, and then he can like start this new master race in this underwater Atlantis type city. He even travels in a submarine hideout called Atlantis, and Kurt Jurgens, who plays him, makes a pretty good villain. And Richard Kiel makes his first appearance as Jaws, the henchman with the metal teeth, and who's almost indestructible. And he does a pretty good job with his first performance as Jaws. He doesn't talk; he just uses body language and his evil, menacing personality to to like frighten the audience, basically. And it's funny how he's almost indestructible in the fight scenes between him and Bond, mostly like slapstick. And the movie does have a bit of a darker theme contrasted to the previous movies in the series. And this one, Anya, the Russian KGB woman, she has a boyfriend at the beginning who's leads this like Rus- a team of Russian spies who try to kill Bond in the ski chase. And I love the shot at the end of the chase after Bond kills some of the agents chasing him, including Anya's boyfriend, who he didn't know was a boyfriend at the time because they hadn't met yet. And the Anya's boss at KJB, she informs him of his death and she wants assigned to the mission to get revenge. And anyway, back to the ski chase, I forgot to mention, like, when Bond jumps off a cliff, there's like silence for 20 seconds. Like, there was an action theme, like getting you all pumped up with the suspense. But when he jumps off the cliff, it goes like silent for like 20 seconds. And then he's like, opens the parachute and the Bond thing goes, da 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 da. And you see the British flag. The parachute looks like a British flag. I really like that shot and the way they cut the music to build up the suspense, like you think Bond is falling to his death, but he's not. It's such a wonderful shot. And the theme song, "Spy Who Loved Me," is a beautiful theme song, but not one of my favorite theme songs in the Bond series. And then Bond is sent on this mission to meet this contact in Egypt named Feshik, but Feshik gets killed by Jaws, and then that's when Bond and Anya first meet. And there's these like lights playing because it's nighttime, and there's these lights shining because there's a show going on in the background. And when the lights are shining on Bond, when he's fighting these thugs that attack him, he looks at Anya and says, "Hope you've enjoyed the show," and leaves. And Bond and Anya, then they have to team up to take down the bad guys after Jaws attacks them. And Anya learns that Bond was the place that her boyfriend was sent to when the day he died, and she asked you that man, one of them spies you killed in that attack, that was the man I loved. Did you kill him? And Bond implies it did, and she says, "When this mission's over, I'm gonna kill you." And so she reluctantly works with him, but she also slowly begins to fall in love with him. And I like the romantic subplot between them. They have such good chemistry together, and they make a pretty good team. I wish they brought her back for more movies. And Bond, when they finally do find out the Atlantis submarine, and Bond and Anya, they use this cool car with a lot of gadgets where they get involved in this chase. It's pretty cool. And then they blow up the Bond blows up. I mean, well, Bond like jumps the car into the water and then becomes a submarine type car. And he says, "Let's say goodbye to our friend." He shoots a rocket that blows up a helicopter with Stromberg's henchwoman in it, and then there's this like beautiful drive through the ocean where it's such beautiful underwater cinematography, and then this U.S. submarine gets captured by Stromberg's submarine, and they Bond and Anya um, sneak on board the sub, but they are captured, and Bond is made a prisoner while Anya is taken to be Stromberg's mistress reluctantly on his Atlantis submarine, and then Bond escapes and he he frees the American and British and Russian sailors who were captured along with their submarines. There's this big battle, like one of the best army fights in any James Bond movie. And I really, like, after they can't breach this war room where these bad guys that run the ship are, so they use part of a nuclear missile to blow up that room, blow home the wall. But uh, I mean, wouldn't the nuclear radiation poison them as well? But it's a movie, so whatever. And then Bond gets aboard Stromberg's Atlantis hideout, and he goes to his big dining room where he has this like gun under the table, this long barrel that extends all the way to the end where Bond is sitting, and he tries to shoot at Bond, but Bond gets out of the way, and the gun only had one shot, goes like a flare gun, and Bond said, "Missed." My turn, and he brutally guns down Stromberg in such a satisfying way. And then he has another fight with Jaws, and then Jaws falls into this tiger shark pool that Stromberg had, and he kills the shark with his teeth. It's pretty funny. Bond and Anya escape the submarine while it explodes. Jaws survives. Bond and Anya, they make love in this escape pod, and then they're British and KGB superiors. They find them, and they're like, Bond, Triple X, what are you doing? And Bond says, keeping the British end up. I didn't get that joke as a kid, but now I do know what it means. Oh no, this is a very good entry into the James Bond movie. A timeless classic, one of my favorites. 2 thumbs up. All right, that's my review. If you like it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.